Great morning, holy brothers and sisters, on this Shavuos Sunday-filled Sunday of May 20th. It is the 6th of Sivan, and in the Kitzur Likutei Moharan, today's lesson is called Foolish Follies. In teaching number 144, the tzaddik who breaks free his desire for food to such a degree that even on those days when eating and drinking, like of Sundays, are permitted, as our sages of blessed memory said, on the festivals, half the day is for God and half is for you. There's from Pesachim 68b. Half the day is spent in prayer and Torah study, and half is spent enjoying one's holiday meals. And even on those days, he keeps a tight grip on the desire for food. For this tzaddik, there is no difference between life and death because he is serving God all the time. Even when we are required to be involved in physicality, we must remember not to get lost in the materialism and to keep godly intentions through our earthly acts to make them elevated. Teaching number 145. A person who holds himself back from conflict merits to have a Torah law said in his name. Consequently, this person lives in two worlds simultaneously, and it is as if he never died. When we purposefully maintain peace, we are able to bridge worlds together, both interpersonally and intergalactically. Teaching number 146. The Torah stands next to a person in the heart of his desire and calls to him, "How long, O fools, will you love foolishness?" Proverbs 122. But because of the passion of his desires, he does not hear the Torah's call, and he commits the sin as a result of the spirit of folly that has possessed him. After his desire is spent, however, he immediately becomes aware of the sound of the Torah's call, and he feels remorse over his sin. Only someone who is temporarily foolish or insane can actually ever commit a crime, because by breaking God's law and disobeying a direct order from the one who is constantly creating and sustaining life, one's removing him or herself from reality. This killing of the self can only be accomplished by someone who is not in their right mind at that time. Teaching number 147. Someone who is brazen-faced has no share in the Torah. Conversely, someone who lacks holy boldness also has no share in the Torah, since a person must have holy boldness. As our sages of blessed memory said, "Be bold as a leopard," from Amos 5:20. The trait of humility has no connection to this whatsoever, though one might have thought that humility and holy boldness would interfere with one another. The essence of the trait of humility is when a person is at a level where he can boast that he is humble, the way that Moshe, our teacher, wrote of himself in the Torah, but the man Moshe was extremely humble. Numbers 12:3. Similarly, we find that Rabbi Yosef said, "Do not include humility because I am here." Sota 49b. This is the ultimate level of humility. When it comes to personal haughtiness, we must have zero to do with it. But when it comes to defending and standing up for Hashem and what is right, we must be filled with this type of holy boldness. Teaching number 148. The trait of fear and awe of God has an infinite number of levels, one on top of the other, on top of the other. There is always more that we can work on in terms of our relationship with our Creator, and we should never feel complacent and keep striving to grow always. As always, thank you so much for learning together. If you enjoyed this lesson, please remember to like, comment, share, and borrow, and please God, we'll learn again tomorrow.